Alrighty. Hello and welcome to Tapping Tuesday. Um, if it is your first time, welcome. If it is not your first time, welcome back. What we are going to do for the next 60 minutes is called EFT, which stands for Emotional Freedom Techniques, also known as tapping. So this, if you've seen that, then that is exactly what we're going to engage. The reason why we do this, and it's through the company EFT Universe, is because we want to provide you an opportunity to experience EFT. Now, even if you're uncertain about it, you've never done it before, don't worry, you can follow along with me and you'll have it down by the end of this session. If you are not new to EFT, then I hope to provide you with some perspective, some insight, maybe a different way to approach something, but at the very least, that you get to have a solid practice regularly once a week, and that you get to feel the comfort of a community of everybody working towards releasing overwhelm, releasing trauma, and working towards receiving, right? Receiving joy and freedom and happiness and all of those really yummy things that we're looking for. You'll find good support here for that. The way that we typically do this hour is by, hold on, there's a setting I want to change the chat. There we go. Okay. The way that you can participate in this is, first of all, just following along, and you'll get plenty of benefit and experience if that is what you choose to do. If you would like to participate a little bit more directly, we do have a live chat, and that I check into throughout the whole hour. And I incorporate as many suggestions of what you want to tap on as I possibly can. And I'll show you how to adjust something, like if there's a topic and it doesn't really relate to you, how you can still adjust it to make it personalized and utilize that time. If you were wondering, well, what could I suggest? It could be anything, honestly, as a small pet peeve, something you have no question about why it's there, something that's mysterious for you. Maybe it's a little vague. Maybe there's something that you're holding on to that you want to let go, or something that you know you should want to let go of, but you don't, and you just want to chew on it. It could be something that you want to receive that you don't currently have, and maybe you don't know why, or you don't feel capable. I would suggest maybe not like the biggest, deepest thing if you're not experienced in EFT yet, because it's quite a transformation, even with the little things. So having a little bit of experience behind your intentions is really beneficial. If you have questions, I'm so happy to answer them. If they're not really quick questions, then I will defer to like, let's talk about this through an email, so that I can give you the answer that you deserve, but also keep this time for experience rather than, because I will just chat. You ask me enough questions, I will just talk the whole time because I get so excited about all of this and I love sharing knowledge. So to make sure that I stay focused, I may say, let's email chat about it. And my email is at the top of the chat. It is amanda@eftuniverse.com. You can also use that if there's something you want to know how to tap on, but it's a little too vulnerable to put it out there in front of everybody on the internet. Just email it to me. And then the following week, I will bring it up to our community in the tap and keep you anonymous. I am going to say hi, and then we will get grounded, as present as feels safe and comfy, and then we'll get to tapping. Okay. Hello, Danette. It's so nice to have you here. Hi, Angel. Hi, Serena. I'm glad that you're here too. Glad these repeat, as I'm not sure if I'll be interrupted today. Okay. Yeah, no worries. If there's something you want to drop in here to be sure that I mention, as we're tapping today, go ahead and do that now, and then you can find it later if you have to go. Hello, and boss. I want to tap away anxiety. One health provider was against it because she thought it was tapping it in. Interesting. I have run into that before. And I understand it. I understand that line of thinking. And I would say if you don't have someone who's properly trained, that is possible to happen. And understanding why I won't go into, I won't go into, that actually happened to me my very first time, my very first experience with tapping. It wasn't with someone who was properly trained, and it was a really bad negative experience for me. But if the practitioner is clinically certified, which is what EFT Universe does. So if you have a clinically certified EFT practitioner, then the entirety of the tool set that's needed in order for that not to be the case is there. And we take our certification very seriously. There are people that don't pass. Um, and we certainly help people as much as we can. I'm talking too much. But that's a good way to ensure that. But it's definitely not the entire purpose of EFT is to release it, not to sink it in further if it's negative. You can sink something positive in. And maybe we'll have examples of that today. So I will leave it at that. But I'm glad that you're here. Hello, Kim. Okay, tapping on chronic pain and frustration. Got it. Hello, Francis. And Angel. How long does clinical certification take? I will go ahead and answer this. If you want more information than what I'm about to say, please email me. It generally takes about a year. We have people finish in like 9 months, and we have people finish in like a year and a half. But that's generally about how long it is. It's a very, very thorough program. Hello, Jan. Would love some tapping on self-compassion for making a big mistake again. Oh, Jan, I really feel that. And thank you for your suggestion, because I promise you're not alone in that. Hello, FMG. Tapping on getting rid of GER and esophagitis. Thank you for this session. You're very welcome. So that's GERD, right? Which is just a lot of unhappy intestinal stuff. And Angel, is it possible to tap something out and not have to tap it ever again? Yes. Very specifically, if it's like a past memory, a past experience, it could be a shift in perspective where, if someone says or believes I'm not lovable, and they tap on it once, something for that would be pretty amazing to tap on it once and it not come back, but it's possible. And then they realize, oh, I am lovable. I'm just not perfect. And then every other time they come up to a situation where they have that choice of believing they're not lovable, it's just that connection isn't there anymore because of the way it's been rewired in the brain. So that's how that happens. Generally, though, we're living, breathing, interactive beings, and we do run into circumstances that, tapping on a consistent basis is a very healthy way to approach daily stress. Hello, Nancy. Glad that you're here. Blast Scout. Tech glitch. I was trying to ask for tapping for strength around feeling like an outsider in my own family. Boy, I really relate to that too. Yes. Blast Scout, and you don't have to clarify any further, but I'm going to ask you if it's comfortable. Strength meaning to feel like it's okay to hold space for yourself when you're around everyone else. Strength to step away from your family and just know that like it is what it is, and I'm going to go find, I'll create my own family with people who are more relatable. Strength to what outcome, I guess, is what I'm trying to ask. Marjorie, hello. Hoping to get relief from headaches triggered by multiple chemical sensitivity. Got it. Thank you for your suggestion. And I relate to that as well. Zarina, I have experienced, I think that's what you meant, experienced the tapping, the bad end too. Okay. And I would love to know more about that situation of what can cause that experience versus fixing it, etc. Maybe we can tap on tapping out stuff that got tapped. I love that. Thank you. And what I will say, so there's three main components of EFT, and it is the formula of why it works. Cognitive behavioral therapy, which is what you experience when you go and you have like talk therapy, basically shifting your perspective on something. There's exposure therapy, which is talking about the thing, right? And there's, oh no, I just went blank because I glanced up at the chat and now I lost my train of thought. Cognitive behavioral, exposure therapy. Oh, and the connection to the brain that we make through tapping on the acupoints. So this is a key point. The exposure is a key point, and the cognitive behavioral therapy. Typically, when things are tapped in deeper, one of those was missed. Either the tapping points it wasn't on the right spot, or the depth or the protection or the empowerment that was needed for the two psychological factors wasn't reached. And that can take some skill to be able to guide someone or yourself to that point. Um, Hello, Gloria. Oh, welcome. I'm so glad to have you here. I got tapped in one bad tap. Oh, see, Zarina, I got you. I knew what you meant. Nergis, is that the correct way to say your name? If you have a phonetic spelling for it, I would love to say it correctly. But welcome from Istanbul. Oh, you're joining the certification program. That's exciting. Welcome. Congratulations. Also, welcome. Angel, I'd like to tap out fear and anxiety for specific situations for good. Okay, I'm hoping to accomplish this. Okay. And Gloria, I want to be free of exam anxiety. Okay, thank you for clarifying and speaking that. I have some courses we're going to need to complete. Okay, so I appreciate that we've got this theme of anxiety going. That we can definitely tap on. Hello, Tammy in British Columbia. My computer is acting up. Okay, listen while you can. Perfect. And it is recorded. You can find it later on our playlist on our YouTube channel, EFT Universe. Acupressure. Thank you, Kim, for helping me out there. Blessed out. I think strength and feeling grounded in where I am. Thank you for that. Okay. Cherie, oh, thank you for the phonetic spelling. I appreciate that so much. And Petaluma, oh, welcome. Happy to have you all here. Okay. Thank you so much for your suggestions. Let's go ahead and take just a moment and get grounded, and then we will get started. Okay, so wiggle your body and just feel how that is. Feel yourself where you're sitting, standing, laying, and notice, am I comfortable? Am I cold? Am I too warm? And give yourself permission to do something about that. So if your body is saying, oh, this is kind of tweaking my hip, let's move our leg. Give yourself permission for that. If you need to go to the bathroom, go do it now. I promise you won't miss anything. If you need a drink of water, if you need a deep breath, if you just need to stretch, whatever signal your body is giving, we're going to honor that, because we're going to start to give ourselves the signal of, yes, this is a time where we're slowing down, we're listening, we're tuning into ourselves. And let's go ahead and take a breath together here. And as you are scanning your body and letting yourself get as comfy as possible, notice an additional layer of emotions. What emotion do you feel and where in your body? Even if it's, well, I feel dissociated. I don't really feel in my body right now. Go ahead and notice that. And notice, is it just in a localized spot? Is it all over? And just notice, we're just noticing. We're not judging. We're not shifting. We're just noticing. Where might emotion be living throughout your body? And let's take another deep breath. And finally, let's notice how present we are in our bodies. And by this, you can just ask yourself a percentage from I'm 0% present to I'm 100% present. And whatever number in there you get is great. You don't have to go deep into how did I get this number. You can just trust the number that popped up. And there's no bad number. This is information. It's all information. We're just communicating with our body, with our emotions, with our brain, with our soul. And we're just noticing where things sit right now. And whatever number you got, think the part of you that's present. And go ahead and invite that percentage of you that isn't present, that if it feels safe and comfortable at all during this session, that it can come back to you, come to this present moment. But even if it doesn't, that will send this vibration, all of this positive effect that we're about to have will go out to all parts of ourselves, wherever they may be at this time. And let's take one more breath. Good job. Now let's go ahead and get to tapping. Hello, Al in Leeds. Nice to have you. I think let's start on anxiety. I'm going to be a little vague with my words because I want you to be able to replace anything I say with something that's more specific or stronger or empowering for yourself. I am here as a guide to give you support. But if there's something that you go, this would work better for me, you have full permission and support to offer yourself that word. Also, I tend to stay in one tapping spot because I don't want you distracted by, oh, did she move? Did she move? Did she move? I want you to tune into your body and your mind because that's where your power is. So look to me if you're lost and you want to get back on track. Otherwise, trust what your body is asking for and feel free to follow with that. So let's go ahead and start tapping. And if anxiety is not an emotion that you can relate to at this time, first of all, wow, go you. You can choose any emotion and substitute it in, and it will work great for this tap. As I allow myself to focus in on this anxiety that I feel, I choose to deeply and completely accept myself. Even though, as I tune into this anxiety, and I don't like it, and I don't want it, but I don't yet know how to resolve it, I still choose to deeply and completely accept myself. Even though this anxiety contributes to other feelings and thoughts, and it feels very complicated, I still choose, even with this right now, to deeply and completely accept myself. I accept and acknowledge that this is where I am. I have anxiety. And I accept that I don't want it. I acknowledge that I would really like to be rid of it. And I allow myself to offer to myself compassion, support, and understanding before I figure out a solution, before I'm able to resolve this and be proud of myself for finding a resolution. I would like to get rid of anxiety. I would also like to feel supported. And I give myself permission to allow both to exist within me at the same time. Support, support for myself, support for my struggle, support while I search for solutions, support because support. And that is a good enough reason. I wonder, what is causing this anxiety? I may know exactly what is causing this anxiety. I may have some ideas, but not know for sure what's causing this anxiety. I may have no clue at all of what's causing this anxiety. Whether I'm crystal clear or I don't have a clue about where this anxiety came from, I give myself permission to find an answer anyway. Finding my answer. I wonder, do I have an expectation that I must resolve everything, that I must know everything about this situation before this anxiety can clear? Do I feel like I have to be good enough, strong enough, smart enough, aware enough, understand enough, feel motivated enough? Do I feel I'm lacking in some way? And because of that lack, I must carry this anxiety? Hmm. Even if I 100% believe I must fix this lack before I can release anxiety, I deeply and completely accept myself. And I hold space to discover a different answer. I hold space to be pleasantly surprised that something else could be true. I wonder, what else could be true? I mean, isn't it pretty clear where anxiety comes from? It comes from not having something, right? Otherwise, I would feel safe. Otherwise, I would feel secure. Otherwise, I would feel confident and I wouldn't need anxiety. Oh, do I need this anxiety? I wonder, what would be a reason I might think that I need anxiety? Do I feel like it's keeping me safe because it's keeping me on my toes? It's keeping me alert, keeping me watching, keeping me from making a mistake of trust, a mistake of comfort. As I consider how, even though I don't like the feeling of this anxiety, there may be parts of me who feel like the anxiety is necessary. I still choose to deeply and completely accept myself. Okay, well, I know I don't want the negative results of anxiety, so that's not why I would think it has purpose. So, what else could its purpose possibly be? Maybe it's a coping mechanism. Maybe it was a solution that I did need at some point. Maybe it was the best answer I could come up with before I had other tools. My tools, my tools of support, my tools of coping, my tools for forward movement. Even if I have used anxiety in these ways successfully in my past, I wonder, is it still my best option? Is it still my best way to motivate myself? Yes. No? I don't know. Whether or not I am certain if anxiety is still my best option in this circumstance, I deeply and completely accept myself. And I hold space to continue to be curious. Well, if I had a different option, what could it be? What could be better? What could be safer? What could feel more comfortable? What would be stronger? What would be more ease? Well, it's not really safe to be positive. I can't be positive about this because what if I choose to believe in myself? I choose to have positive thinking and I'm wrong. And I do mess up or things don't go the way I wanted. And then what? Do I feel stupid? Do I feel wrong? Do I feel disenchanted? Do I feel delusional? Even if I withhold positive thinking from myself because I can't guarantee a positive outcome with it, I deeply and completely accept myself. I wonder, can I guarantee any outcome? Does feeling anxious give me a better chance at a positive outcome? Well, why don't I feel those same feelings if I feel anxious and then there's not a favorable outcome? Maybe it's because I didn't risk anything. If I allow myself to feel safe in worrying about all of the negative stuff, and it turns out any better than all of that, I get relief. But if I've been positive and it turns out bad, then I have to deal with that outcome and it feeling bad. Dealing with my outcome. That's a hard place to figure this out from. I wonder, is there a different aspect? Something in the middle, in between this, that could erase the heaviness of my try and my outcome? Yes. No. I don't know. Even though right now I can't see a way how to feel any different about trying and outcomes, I choose to continue to be curious and to be open to learning something new. I wonder, what if I allowed myself to put equal weight on my try and my outcome? What if I allow myself to be proud that I'm trying and excited that I'm trying and feel good about myself because I'm trying? And it's okay if the outcome comes and it's not what I wanted and I have feelings about that. That's normal. That's healthy. But maybe I don't need to blame my try for that. Maybe my try is its own powerful, important aspect. Because without trying, I don't receive any outcome. Trying, outcomes. Okay, well, that sounds really lovely. And sure, I can give that a try, but I still really want my outcome. And when I think about it, I still have anxiety. So, what can I actually do? What can I actually apply so that that feels better? Well, if anxiety is currently a support or coping or just a pathway, and I don't have a new pathway built yet, maybe instead of taking anxiety away, I give anxiety a friend that can help it feel more calm. Maybe I choose a word, something that just feels good. Like when I want a friend, maybe I use the word hug or hope or love, care. And I can try words and see how they work. And maybe that's not it. I give myself permission to try more. And maybe I want more than one word. I give myself permission to give anxiety as many words and friends as I need for my support. Because it is true that trying is so important and it's so great. And it doesn't automatically equal an outcome, at least an outcome that I can choose, and maybe not the outcome that I want. But I put a lot of effort and time into my try. And I give myself permission for that to be a safe place, for my try to be a good place for me to be. My try, my good try, my powerful try, my worthy try. My outcome, my desirable outcome. As I allow myself to give this a try and build new pathways for my try as I work towards what I want, I deeply and completely accept myself. We're going to tap without talking. Just let whatever you're feeling or thinking just continue to flow. I feel like that went a little deep for a few people, so we're just going to continue to integrate it without any more input for a moment. Okay, go ahead and pause tapping and take a breath. Now take just a moment and notice when you think about anxiety. Does it feel different? Does it feel smaller? Does it feel less? Does it feel detached? Is it not there anymore? What do you feel in your body? If you're feeling more calm, more happy, more relaxed, more space, if you are yawning, crying, sighing, smiling, all of these are positive signs that you reached places where your brain said, "Ooh, yes, I like this new template. I'm applying it, and we're going to use this from now on." And your brain will continue to reconfigure that even though you're no longer tapping. So, congratulations. And isn't that cool? All right, we're going to jump right into the next one. I'm going to look and see, and then we'll see what we're going to do. It'll probably be physical body focus. Hello, Jillian. Yay! Smaller, calmer. Oh, yay, Jan. A bit of relief. Good. I want to cry. Crying is good. Crying is a huge signal of relief and release. It's a way of letting grief out. So unless you have to kind of hold it together, I don't know if you're in a public space, tapping and crying is so healthy. A lot of times things can just resolve without conscious involvement because your body can know what it's doing and move things out. So crying is a positive thing. So good job reaching that. Good job creating a safe place for your body to go, an opportunity. Good job. Okay, let's do physical body. And I'm just refreshing my memory. I remember there's GERD. I know we have some cancer experiences for uh, some community members, chemical sensitivity. Ta-da. Let's see. Okay, and I think there was one more, but I think I'm trying to scan too fast, and I went past it. But I am thinking about you. So when we're tapping on physical body, there's a couple of approaches that are really um, effective, and the one that I'm going to choose is more about belief of the body being able to heal and adjust. Um, the other direction we could have gone, and I feel like I should mention it, is if there's emotions like against the body. Like I hate my body. It never does. It's always kept me from, and that can be really heavy and need to shift as well. You can absolutely shift the words that I'm saying to work this tap as that. So don't feel like if that's where you are, then great, this tap doesn't apply to you. It absolutely does. But you just may need to be a little bit more on top of shifting what I say to what you need. And I know it hasn't been mentioned today, but there are people who even like turn the sound off and they just watch and tap. If what I'm saying is too different than what you want to tap on, please feel free to do that. Okay, so for physical body, um, okay, and belief of what it's capable of, or that what you're experiencing is out of your control. You don't have the knowledge to affect it. You're not sure what to do, so you're kind of frozen in action. Um, all of those things are kind of more the central focus of this tap. So let's go ahead and start tapping. And you can be specific to one area of the body. If you have an organ or something like a blood issue, you can do all over. If you have something like fatigue, poor sleep, if there's something you want to tap to improve that you feel the same way about, like, oh, but I'm old, or, well, I have this medical condition, so that'd be nice, but I can't. Um, so if it's, yeah, I'd love more flexibility, or I'd love more energy or strength, but it's just not possible. That's also another aspect of how you could tap. So just go ahead and get clear and go ahead and choose one. I might mention things and you're like, all of those. I hear you. I see you. But choose one for now. Focus on one thing for now. As I focus in on my body, and I am aware of this aspect of my body that I wish were different, I deeply and completely accept myself. As I allow myself to focus in on this aspect of my body that is not what I want, and I wish it would change, but it hasn't changed yet. Even though it hasn't changed yet, I still choose right now to deeply and completely accept myself. Even though I have a lot of thoughts and a lot of feelings about the negative impact that this aspect of my body has on my quality of life, I still choose. I choose right now to deeply and completely accept myself anyway. But why would I? Why would I accept myself in this condition? Isn't that the same as giving in? Isn't that the same as saying, oh, it's fine? And won't that make it stay for forever? Even if I have fears and I have concerns about accepting the way things are right now, meaning that I have no chance of affecting it in the future. I hold space to discover that both are possible, that I can accept and acknowledge and be present with where I am now and and find answers and receive solutions. Okay. I wonder, why is this issue even here? I may know, I may not be completely sure. But whether or not I know or I have no idea why this aspect is currently an issue for my body, I am open to believing, to feeling, to trusting that it can resolve. My body, this aspect of my body, resolving, open to it resolving. You know, this body does a lot of stuff. It does a lot of stuff every day. It does things that I can't even comprehend. Like every single cell in my body knowing its job. How does it do that? And then these cells work together. Like all of these liver cells, they know they're a liver cell, they know they have a job, but then they all work together to make a liver? How does that work? And there's multiple tissues and there's fluids and there's processes and there's enzymes. That's complex. Yet it knows what to do. Wow. And then there's blood that's, little cells floating around doing stuff, but they know how to take oxygen from my lungs and transport it to places in my body where it's needed. How crazy is that? I have one organ that feeds oxygen to the rest of my body. I'm like an underwater adventure. How magical. And it does a lot of these things right. My body gets a lot of things right. Hmm. And I'm not even aware of it. I don't even think about it. Yet it still does all of these really intelligent processes. My body, my intelligent body, my capable body, I wonder, Is it possible that my body has a solution for this aspect? Yes. No. I don't know. Whether or not I believe that my body has a solution, I'm open to exploring this idea. Hmm. There are stories of people who just miraculously heal. There are stories of people who intuitively take some sort of body support or do some particular kind of exercise and they get better. But that can't be my solution. I just don't see that happening for me. I'm not that lucky. I'm not that smart. I'm not capable. I don't have that pathway. I don't believe in that working. Even if, as I attempt to consider my body's own healing abilities, I have negative pushback on it. I still choose to hold space. It's okay that I have negative thoughts. Things haven't worked out yet. But maybe I can have my thoughts and find a way to continue to be curious. I don't have to believe in everything I try. I don't have to keep trying everything that I try. But I give myself permission to try. Okay? I hold space for my body to just, woo, surprise. Surprise, we're better. That would be fantastic. Maybe I'll spend some time on that. Maybe I won't. Either way, boop, hold space. Done. If it happens, great. But what else could I do? Are there ways that I support my body that it can't do on its own? Oh no. Oh no. We're going to talk about me now. Talk about habits. How do I eat? How about how do I sleep? How do I manage my stress? Do I prioritize my needs well enough? Oh, that's too much to think about. I'm getting overwhelmed. And of course, I'm not doing everything I could, but that's so much to do. And so much is already on my plate. I don't want to guilt myself because I can't also do all of that. As I consider what I might be able to do to help my body, I give myself permission to release judgments, any past expectations, any past tries and fails and disappointments. Those aren't helpful. And if I need to go back and think about them later, I can. But right now, I allow myself to find something small, something that's easy, but profound. Like maybe a large glass of water. And I commit to myself, I will fill this glass of water and I will drink it throughout the day, however long it takes me. It's a bigger glass than I usually have. Or maybe a certain type of food that just sounds good. And I let myself have it because it feels good. Or I let myself go to bed, even if laundry's not done, even if, even if. Maybe it's true. I can't get everything done. So I wonder, can I give myself permission to make my body my priority? My body, this aspect of my body, my priority. Well, what would that even look like? Maybe, I don't know yet. Maybe I've never done this before. How do I determine priority? Isn't it by comparing what's on the list and then choosing? Hmm. So perhaps my first step is to always have my body on the list when I'm making any choice, any decision. I need to go to the grocery store. Okay. Can my body handle that right now? I need to stay up and finish this thing. Okay. Is it better for my body to stay up and finish the thing or go to bed and apologize tomorrow and ask for more time? Maybe just by asking this question, I can find places where it is okay to prioritize my body a little bit more than I am right now. There will probably be things that I still have to do, and I can't change my considerations. But maybe there are things that I can change that I've never thought to question before. And maybe as I allow myself to align with my body's efforts, to align with my body's intelligence, I can contribute to my body's positive outcome. My body, this aspect of my body, my body, my magnificent, intelligent body. My contribution searching for a word. My offer to my body. And as I give myself permission to look for the small ways that I can contribute to the health of my body, to the resolution of this aspect, I deeply and completely accept myself. Go ahead and pause and take a deep breath. Good job. Okay. And again, just real quickly, think back to how you felt about this aspect when we started tapping and how you feel about it now. Even notice it in your body. Does it feel a little bit better? Do you feel more positive? Do you feel more capable? Do you feel more empowered? Do you feel more appreciative of your body? Do you feel more in alignment with the efforts of your efforts and your body's efforts? Um, and then again, any of the physical signs, if you were sighing, crying, laughing, wiggling, relaxing, if you feel tired, if you feel energized, all of those plus so many more are all signs that you're something in your brain said, "Ooh, I like this new template. We're putting it in place, and now we're going to approach this with this new way of thinking." And that will continue without any more tapping on it from you. So, congratulations. Not to say never tap on it again, just saying your tapping will continue to be effective. It didn't stop just because you stopped tapping. Okay. All right, we're at time. Thank you so much for coming today. I hope those of you that it was your first time, you had a wonderful experience. I hope you come back again. Um, Thank you for being a part of this community. It really, really matters. It matters to have all of you here. I hope that you feel seen and heard and supported. If I didn't quite get to a tapping or a question that you have, please feel free to email me. I do post a video every Friday. A lot of those videos come from conversations that I have with our community members in emails. So and it's always a contribution to everyone because inevitably there's someone else that really gets support and insight from what you're wondering about as well. So have a wonderful week. I love you. I'll be thinking about you, and I hope that I get to see you next Tuesday. Take care. Mwah. Bye.